Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Oh,
Hello, welcome to Fanfiction Theater. I'm Tristan. With me is Kitty.
I'm not wearing any pants.
Not wearing any pants. We
Nice.
got Michael T. Bradley from Ice on Mars.
I never wear pants for this.
But
Especially on a
sometimes a pirate
VeryBreakyBishi
shirt.
night.
oh yeah.
We got Drew Brock from Drawback Productions.
Drew,
Yeah, I'm
pants
wearing 4
status.
pairs of pants.
Oh,
I got
that's
extra.
the Galaxy Brain move. We've got Molly.
I am actually wearing 2 pairs of pants because it is cold.
Nice.
That's a good number.
Smart.
Yes.
And we've got Misha.
Hi, I'm ready to take off my pants. Let's go.
Perfect. And Spitfire conjects, is that a word? That's a word. That Michael is strictly a kilt man. Can we confirm or deny?
Deny, sadly.
Yeah. Okay, so
Michael only wears thongs. We know this.
Way to know
No
blood.
pants, just thongs.
Pirate shirt, thong. End of list. Don't let him
It's
in
a
the
look.
grocery store anymore.
I did for a while think about wearing like a little plaid schoolgirl skirt around my neck, and just
Around your
that.
neck?
But
Around
Yeah.
your neck.
That is a
Why?
bold fashion choice.
yeah. I mean, for fanfic, not like out on the street. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
were.
got it.
for the grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Disappointing.
Sure.
I thought you were gonna wear like a Catholic schoolgirl outfit, like to the grocery store, just in general, and I would support that 100%.
Yeah, I'd go with you.
No.
Like
no.
unshaved legs, beard, everything. Just go
Right.
out there and just
Like
put
me
on that micro
Tuesday.
skirt, have some fun.
Yeah. No.
Be a
no.
girl boss, Michael. Come on.
All right, so we've got the last part of the chapter of 700 Days of Summer that we started queued up. So I'm kind of feeling just plowing through that. Shouldn't be too long. It's
Yeah,
less
let's
than half
plow.
of the chapter.
Wow,
What? Sorry,
This
I
is-
missed last week and I haven't had a chance to catch up. What happened?
Right. So,
Oh boy.
They're trying to get their parents fucked.
well,
Oh.
one parent and one teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
they
A
figured
single
out
parent.
that Mikage's mom and Divine were like friends in, was it even high school or
Some kind
earlier
of
than that?
school.
And
I-
Mikage had the
let's say high
whole
school.
contents of that letter memorized.
Exactly. And they were
one of
like,
them
we
wrote
gotta
together."
get these guys together. And so they're hatching that
That's
scheme.
not creepy.
And
Yeah, they really did just kind of rehash last week for the most part,
kind of
right? Because it was like
yeah.
Divine that like they confronted him and asked him the things that were in the letter, and he was like, "Yep."
Yeah. They got
Yeah.
confirmation.
Riveting.
Yep, I want that WAP.
And then they were
Right.
like, we can help you out with that. And
Kaoru
It's
had
so
the TV on
weird.
too loud.
It's so
yeah, I don't
weird.
know. Kaoru did
like-
something with the TV. I don't know.
Who just-
Kaoru hit Jack with a bat. That was something that happened.
Oh, she's my favorite character now.
All right. Aki's POV, we're going to see how that date pans out.
So, did we want to have Misha take over the POV sections here?
I haven't
yeah.
decided. Okay, we can. I thought I was just going to do Mikage. I can do Aki.
Oh, okay. Whichever. I don't care. I guess it makes more sense with Mikage, but now all of them are together, so Jack might be speaking in this as well. So
I have like no characters in this anime. Yes. If you want, I can narrate. I don't care.
We could have Molly do Aki's narration and I'll do Mikage's.
Okay.
Okay, there is only a key in this section.
Well,
There's
that's
not
fine.
gonna be-
I guess
okay.
for
Okay.
for
For future reference.
Cool.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh God. My mic
Wait,
just fell off the
who's
table.
reading
What
it?
happened?
I'm going to read. My
Molly's
mic. My mic
Molly's
just
having
fell
a
off the table.
catastrophe.
Okay.
Okay.
My mic arm just fell and just. Oh God! It's still falling.
Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park.
Someone switched to Jurassic Park. Quick. What the hell? Why did this happen?
Okay, I'm gonna just recite Jurassic Park from memory. There's these nerds, and they like go to this island, and there's this really cool cartoon. And I don't know, I like got bored and walked away. I'm pretty sure their dads
I think we
or
got
some
it.
shit.
I think we got it. Okay. Okay.
All
All right. We were okay. Aki's POV. We were a table away from them. That's weird.
Aren't they supposed to be on the sly?
This is the imperial unit of measurement.
So
They're really bad at being on the slide.
Maybe they're in disguise.
Well, well,
There's
on the
4 children in trench coats.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's is it Mikage and Jack are staying at home with Kaoru,
Yes.
the kid, and
Yes.
Got it right the first time.
I believe
right.
so. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking that they were all staying home and like listening through mics or whatever, but of course they're there. It's because that would be
okay.
yeah. That's more
Well-
ridiculous. Good.
Well, on the left of them, so they would not see us, but still, it was rather close.
See, they're on the
Yeah.
left, you see.
Yeah, no one ever looks to the left.
They're Zoolanders. That's
Especially
what
not
they are.
two teenagers stacked on top of each other's shoulders in a trench coat that's 12 feet long.
The mini mic was planted in the jar of flowers in the middle of the table so we could hear their conversation. I'm glad.
There was mention of like a shotgun distance mic, where you put the shotgun mic through, just like this. You put it through a salad bowl,
Just
and
like
boom,
that?
you can hear from miles away, just like this.
Just
and
like
you can hear
that.
from miles away. It's not a hard thing to do, but now we're putting mics in flowers. I guess that's better.
Speaking
Oh,
of
man.
shotgun mics, Drew, did you put your mic like in a pillow this week? What's going on?
Is it hard to hear? Hold on.
Oh boy, howdy.
Just gonna throw it all out.
How about now?
No,
No change.
no,
That
no
is the
change.
sound- You're hearing the sound of compression.
Okay.
There's nothing he can do about it. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
glad no one was paying attention as we walked past the table where we slipped the mic in. Our ears had separate pairs of earbuds so we could listen in. Meanwhile, the whole restaurant's atmosphere was rather smooth and calm. 2 candles on the sides of the jar while the room was rather... No, that's right. It's just, I thought I had a stroke. 2 candles on the sides of the jar while the room was rather dimmed with piano music in the background. Luckily, we blended in rather well and we had disguises on. For me, it was a blonde wig that covered my rather short hair with a big pair of glasses to finish. For Yusei, it was not so easy for him, but I made him straighten his hair for this night. You wouldn't recognize him without his signature hair. Sometimes I barely even recognized him. He was no longer a Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist.
This chapter was sponsored by Dan Rather.
But tonight it was not time for... But tonight it was not time for seeing. It
Not
was
the
the night
time
for
for seeing.
hearing. It was the night for hearing. I knew we had to be as quiet as to not draw attention, so we had to keep comments to a minimum. The 2 arrived later, and luckily the table with the microphone was the only free table, so they sat down there, and we began to hear their conversation.
Drew, how's your mic situation?
Drew is not here.
Perfect.
We chased him away. I guarantee he's not going to sound better when he comes back.
Oh no.
He might.
This is a damn
Sometimes.
shame. Can I
that
be
can
divine
happen.
while we're waiting?
Yes.
You're always divine, and you can play the character.
Yes.
So sweet. Wow, Mikage picked a lovely place.
Divine said, smiling as he began to sit down.
It was a 2-hour process.
This is the best part.
This kitty?
Is this me? Am I Misako?
Who is
I was
Misako?
Misako.
The mother-
Misako's the mom.
Oh.
I
Yeah, that's
forgot
what I
her
thought.
name for a second.
I'm
Okay.
not Key.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite surprising. But the atmosphere is one thing. Food is the big part of it.
At a restaurant?
Food is the big part of the atmosphere, or the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food comprises most of the atmosphere.
She's just like, wow, my daughter's taste in restaurants normally sucks, but she's got a place here. That's not too bad. Misako said as she took her seat as well.
And Drew is back.
I gotta be divine. All right,
Yeah.
wonderful.
And you do sound better.
Yay.
You sound better.
yeah.
Yay.
Wow. Surprising. No.
Didn't think you could do it, idiot.
Drew, make a drink into your microphone. Hurry.
Is it? True.
just gonna put
Remember
you
when
in.
we went to that French restaurant with your family?
What?
He asked.
Did I?
Misako. He did ask.
True. Remember?
He asked.
Remember it true.
Misako chuckled, putting her hand to her head.
Laughing hurts.
Oh yeah, I gotta advance it. It is advanced. Misako.
Yes. Oh,
Or is this...
right. No, you're right. Right. Sorry. Oh, God, yes.
Into her head.
Oh,
I'll
God,
have what
yes.
she's having.
I had no idea what they were thinking. That movie, Ratatouille, is bullshit.
What?
France is not the food capital. Italy is. No country that puts that much butter on the food
Yeah, that's what's
deserves the
unrealistic
title
about that
food
movie.
Okay,
capital.
VeryBreakyBishi clearly went to Olive Garden once.
Yeah.
And has decided that Italian food is the best. Divine chuckled along with.
Indeed.
The two were
Ratatouille is bullshit.
the two were chuckling, knowing that their stereotypes were kind of wrong, but at the moment they were just having fun. Nothing else mattered.
Could you imagine if I had Ratatouille?
Stereotypes of French people or rats? What is the stereotype?
Food?
Butter?
The French.
French
They hate the
food
French.
buttery.
Okay. So tell me, how has life been for you over these past years?
Excuse me. Misako asked as the waiter came and poured them some water.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for asking. I've just been waiting. Sorry.
You shut your mouth.
Thank you, sir. Not much in actuality. I went to college, left, became a substitute teacher before becoming a legitimate teacher. Nothing else, really.
As an educator, I agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, you can kind of just like sign up and do teaching. If it's a substitute.
Yeah.
So,
All you need is an associate's degree to become a substitute. So, Divine said.
Really? Oh, come on. There must be something.
Divine looked up, thinking.
good.
I knew there was a certain secret he was keeping, but I could tell he was hesitating to say it. As he did, the waiter came back asking if they wanted drinks, which they declined.
Well, I met you again.
So he's talking to the waiter now?
Yeah, I know. Thank you, sir.
Well, we
And,
meet again, sir.
So I'm assuming the secret is that he just wanked
that
into
you?
a sock over her for years.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that was my
Misako rolled
line.
her eyes. Misako rolled her eyes, obviously not the answer she expected.
This
wait,
is
this is
divine.
divine again. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how about you? Actually, never mind. I've been watching. I know
You know
everything.
what? I actually don't give a shit, and I can't even pretend to care. So
Divine, you are crushing it on this date.
I was talking to the waiter. Sorry.
Divine
he
said,
just left.
smiling. Divine said, smiling before his expression changed to guilt, knowing what her past years involved.
don't worry, it's fine. We can just skip that part. Well, obviously I had kids. Mikage is just a little angel, and sometimes she helps me out through some bad situations.
Misako said.
She seems to do that a lot.
Divine said, with the two chuckling. Have they shut up with their chuckling? They've not stopped chuckle.
The whole time.
Divine said, with the two chuckling, clanking their glasses of water and drinking the contents.
Because they declined
Finished.
drinks. They
Now
don't
we
need to be any
both
more
have to
giggly than
pee.
they already are, so I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
Teetotaling bastards.
Yeah, I am amazed at how kind she is.
Misako said, putting her hands under her chin.
Well, she does have a wonderful mother to teach her.
Misako chuckled again and blushed slightly.
Oh, stop it. But thank you. Although, interestingly enough, it seemed a lot of these manners came from Seto.
Really?
An abusive drunk?
Yeah.
Like, she got her manners from the abusive drunk.
Well, maybe he was like abusive because nobody at his house knew table manners, and so he was like teaching them to him. You know.
This is a salad fork!
Wouldn't you know it? He'd traumatized me into submission.
Misako said, sighing, mentioning her husband.
Oh, my husband.
Divine looked at Misako a bit surprised. Wouldn't it make more sense for the mature woman who had always been with her daughter to be educating her? Those rules make more sense. These
Has anyone really been
sentences.
far as decided to use?
Wouldn't it make more sense for the mature woman who had always been with her daughter to be educating her? Those rules make more sense.
I think the answer is
As
yes.
nice bookends, there's a
I think.
symmetry to it.
Oh my gosh, that chose the wrong story to narrate.
Yeah. Wait. Is
Is this me?
okay?
This must
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
believe it or not. Yeah, well, believe it or not, he used to be such a wonderful guy. He always taught Mikage to do the right thing. He was very cautious a lot of the time. That's something, right?
Sure.
It's
He
just
looked
that
both ways every time he crossed the street.
it isn't that admirable. It's just that after
not
he
what it's all
lost his
about.
job and
Misako was saying before Divine placed his hand over hers. She looked up, surprised.
Shut up, please. Just please, God, shut up.
Please don't feel sad. I'd hate to see you cry. I cannot deal with women's emotions.
Wait a minute. This is Aki's point of view, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
My mother smiled at Divine as she lifted his hand up.
We have no
What table is she at?
We don't know what's going on. Or the
She's
author
in a
doesn't.
trench coat with her own like boom mic.
She's having Aki is having identity issues because she's got this disguise on.
Yeah.
So
that
she's
must
like,
be-
who am I? Who am I?
That makes sense.
I'm not the crying type, but thank you.
asshole.
Divine smiled nervously at her.
Thank you, and it looks the waiter is ready to take our order, but after that hand lift move, I am ready to go home right now. I want this date over. That was humiliating. I'm crushed. I'm going to go cry into some love letters.
The waiter came and took their orders. Nothing special, except they both ordered Italian food. That is it. Besides, we did not care about the food. We cared about the people. So far, the date was going well, and I was happy for them.
The narrator's getting defensive to the audience.
Yeah.
I think this
Okay.
is Misako.
Actually, I have to ask, do you have a girlfriend?
Divine froze for a bit, and I already knew why. His crush was asking if he had a girlfriend, which would lead into the inevitable.
Well, no. My wife won't let me.
Divine said shyly. Misako looked at him, interested in his response to her next question.
Let's see how you handle this one. Well then, is there anyone in particular you have a crush on?
Not since my cousin Vinny has a logical trap been laid so well.
This is
Divine
not how
rubbed his
adults
hands
speak to each
together.
other.
Divine gulped nervously. That kind of unsubtlety pretty much meant he was... Oh, no, my God. Divine gulped nervously. That kind of unsubtlety pretty much meant that he couldn't escape talking about the subject. That's a sentence.
She locked him
There
into a
is.
mind trap.
Well, I believe it or not, I do.
Misako's eyes expanded, as did ours. Was he about to confess to her?
But I am not telling you who.
Divine said smugly. Misako snapped her fingers in frustration. I would be too.
Foiled again.
Still, it was a great escape for him.
He's brilliant.
Masterful play by Divine.
Everyone stood up and clapped.
Some guy ordered a round for the restaurant. I then looked at my watch and noticed it was getting late. When I looked back at their table, I noticed they were almost done with their food. I told Yusei it was time to leave and head back because we borrowed Jack's car so that when we headed back, we could pick him up too. From our investigation, the date had gone well, and we were quite happy with those results. We paid the bill, and we left the building. No distractions. And remember, no Russian. We got in the car and started driving. While Yusei was in the driver's seat, I called up Mikage to let her know that we were coming back. However, when she picked up, I noticed she was out of breath, and I could hear the same noise out of Jack. I told Yusei to step on it.
I
Someone
really
explain
wanted
what's going on?
that. I really wanted that to go into, what is it, Fastball? We got in the car and we started driving.
Oh. I've not heard that song since the 90s.
All right. I hear it in the grocery store sometimes, but I guess it's just me.
Them King Supers have some old music playing, I tell you what. When we arrived, we saw a Mikage with messed up hair, knocked over furniture, blocks spread out across the floor, and an exhausted Jack Atlas. We had a lot of questions, naturally, the main one being...
Oh, it's simultaneously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aki and Yusei.
Okay.
Yeah. 3, 2.
What the hell happened?
Me and Yusei asked, or simultaneously asked, excuse
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Me and
come
Yusei
on.
simultaneously asked.
Perfectly.
Mikage quickly turned towards us, trying to fix her hair.
Mikage?
Oh, Mikage. Well, Kaoru wanted to play a game with me and Jack. We thought it would be We thought it would just be something like tea party or something like that.
Mikage said frantically while Jack rolled over on his face and moaned. Apparently, it was a very different type of game.
Is this Mikage again, I guess?
I thought this was Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is Mikage. Jack's just moaning in the background.
Yeah.
Into the floor. So when she started stacking up some blocks, that's what we thought we were going to play. Just some ordinary blocks.
Now I was getting confused. They were blocks. What could happen?
What game did you play?
Yusei asked nervously.
Godzilla or Gojira, it depends on who you ask.
Right.
Mikage said flat out. Suddenly,
Godzilla.
it all made sense.
Gojira.
Well, anyways, me and Yusei have some good news.
I said.
What is it?
Mikage asked while fixing the room up.
Oh, me, I guess.
Yeah.
The date between Divine and your mom went well.
Mikage looked at us very happily, and even Jack gave a weak thumbs up.
They're totally gonna bone.
Thumbs are so sore from Godzilla.
I picture them like getting down on their knees. You're gonna have a new daddy. Isn't that great?
That's wonderful. What happened on it?
We'd love to. Oh no, that's not me. That's someone else.
Aki?
That's Aki?
Is that
Yeah.
really? Okay. I keep thinking it's Mikage. Never mind. We'd love to tell you, but we'll tell you late. Right now, we need to get Jack home along with ourselves. Don't forget about yourself.
Mikage smiled.
Oh, hi. Everybody, Lillian's here. Why are you
Hello.
Hello.
Alright, you don't never talk ever again on your call. You can't talk. Never again.
Well, there you go, gang.
Oh, sorry, Drew.
Those are rules.
Have a good night. See you.
See ya.
Good knowing you, Drew.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, everyone. Drew's
Anyway,
muted for the
where
rest
are
of
we?
the stream.
Yeah. Mikage smiled after she finished the last bit of cleaning.
That was quick.
All right, tell us later.
Mikage said.
Great. Jack, get your ass up. We are not carrying you again.
Wink, right?
I said to Jack, but luckily he seemed to get up fine. We rushed to the door to get home. While on the way home, I thought about today. This was going to be a big change in Mikage's life if everything goes through. When I talked to her later, she told me how happy she was that her mom found a possible new boyfriend. Sadly, though, while I was thinking about Divine, at the same time, I was thinking about Mika's dad. I don't know why, as Divine might be her stepdad, but I just had this strange feeling. I just ignored those feelings at the time, although it did make me wonder.
If Divine got out of line with her, by God, I still have those goddamn kitchen knives, I tell you.
Yeah.
How was Mikage's father doing? Was he doing any better since Mika visited him? I had not heard about him for nearly 8 years since that point. What had happened to him? I tried to ignore it and go to sleep that night, but to no avail. Why had I not been thinking about him like that right there?
What?
I don't know.
Who fucking knows?
Why does anything happen or not happen?
Does somebody else read the author's note, or do I?
Please let me know what to improve on, and thank you for reading.
Where to
Can't
start?
improve anything. It's perfect.
How much
Everything.
time do you have?
Yeah.
Get a new editor. Fire Scooby 82101.
Okay.
I'm sorry if you're watching Scooby.
No, fuck you, Scooby. You butchered this story. You butchered it. It's your fault.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
It is
You
Scooby's
can't
fault
prove.
that we don't have the smut anymore, right? So we decided
Yeah.
that. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
might be
actually,
worth-
I'm with Molly on this. Fuck you, Scooby.
Okay. So now I'm gonna set up TMNT versus X-Men. This is one that we started a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I missed that one? That sounds delicious.
I
It's
guess
pretty fun.
I think you did
cast
miss that
list.
one.
we do not have a cast list, and I'm not really concerned about it. I know I was Wolverine. I remember that much.
Okay.
I'm
And
Cyclops.
Michael was Cyclops.
Yep, Michael was
Yeah.
Cyclops. Everybody else up for grabs.
All right.
All right.
Magneto, but I'm going to play him as Gandalf. You understand. It's the voice I can do.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Frodo, I can move metal.
I think I was a
Sewers. I think they're fighting Shredder or whoever the fuck it is for the turtles. So they probably. Oh well. Sewers. 1:05 a.m.
God, it stinks.
Complained Wolverine.
How the hell can you stand it down here?
I'm used to it.
Answered Raphael, opening the door to the lair.
Here it is.
The four X-Men stepped inside to take a look at the fully furnished sewer. Unbelievable, said Cyclops in awe.
Who wants Nightcrawler?
I remember you were playing Nightcrawler because I yelled at you because you were doing some sort of like wacky British accent, and I was like, he's German.
Oh no.
But it's if we're doing
Does
up for
anyone
grabs.
know how to do a German accent?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Sold.
This place is very spacious. I'm doing Jurgen from a British baking show.
Drew has
do
learned. No, I was gonna say you learned your German accent from German dungeon porn. But
Well, in 3 years of high school German.
Is it
and I did
safe?
4 things.
Is it safe? Okay.
Safe.
the safe word is banana.
Said Nightcrawler, teleporting to fridge in the kitchen that was just to the left of the entrance.
I take it you like pizza?
Bingo.
Answered Rafe, just before a turtle with an orange mask and another with a blue mask came in through one of the doors to the right of the kitchen.
Oh, we're gonna need a lot more turtles.
Did somebody say pizza? I'm starving.
Said the turtle with the orange mask, stopping as soon as he saw the X-Men.
Whoa, when did the circus come to town?
Raph, who are these people?
Asked the turtle with the blue mask.
Leo, Mikey, this is Cyclops, Storm, Nightcrawler, and the hairy one is Wolverine.
Growled Wolverine.
Isn't Raphael the really cool one with the like
Go away. You're just
like
being like
the double daggers? He's like the edgy one.
I believe so.
Then why are you playing him so like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle-y?
Because I want
He's
him
the
to be,
Donnie of the group.
I want him to be cool and a turtle.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it.
Go. I have to be Nightcrawler and Magneto. It's too much for me to have you too.
I can
You
do
really
it.
hug her after this and tell her how much you love her.
I can't be Nightcrawler, Magneto, and Dad.
It's too much on my plate.
Oh,
Do we read this?
no, this is me.
Okay.
They're mutants, like us, except from a different dimension.
Explained Rafe.
I told them that I'd bring them to Donnie since he knows all about this dimension stuff.
Was I Leo? Is that the blue mask one?
Yes, that's Leo. That's
Okay.
Leonardo.
What's his voice
Okay.
like?
We're all fake fans.
I mean, most of them are all pretty similar, except for Raphael, who's like the edgy, dark one of the group.
Okay.
Yeah, they all just sound like
Sorry,
surfer
Molly.
dudes, right?
How do you know they're not dangerous?
Asked Leo.
Oh, if you're not dangerous.
Said Nightcrawler, chewing on a slice of pizza.
Well, maybe accept the hairy one.
Oh my god.
Growled Wolverine again, looking at Nightcrawler.
Sorry, I like that one.
Laughed Nightcrawler.
Entschuldigung.
All right. As long as they don't mean us any harm, they're free to stay as long as they need to.
Said Leo.
Who was Mikey?
yeah,
Do we have
I'm
a Mikey?
Yes.
Yeah, and as long as they don't eat up all the pizza, we're good.
Said Mikey, looking at the pizza sitting on the table in the kitchen.
Save some slices for me, will you, blue dude?
There's enough to go around.
Said Nightcrawler,
I
grabbing
think I
another.
was spot on with that German dungeon porn assessment.
It is giving the story a very strange vibe.
Because it's I totally picture him like just petting everything a little bit, you know, grabbing another slice of pizza. Great,
Caressing it.
said Cyclops. So where is this Donnie?
He's in this room.
Said Leo, pointing at the room he and Mikey just walked out of.
I'll take you to him.
Wait, Shredder is.
Wait, why
Oh,
is
wait.
Shredder here?
It now it cut.
A
Scene cut.
change,
Scene change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boop.
So Drew.
Who's Shredder?
Wait. Oh wait.
Okay.
Wait. Drew's Magneto.
No, Drew's Magneto.
I'll be Magneto.
Right.
So you need just an old guy sounding voice for Shredder, right?
I'll be Shredder.
Oh, any.
Yeah.
Okay.
I weirdly can't remember what
Let
Shredder
Misha be
sounds like.
Shredder.
But yeah. Go for it.
He's just angry.
So, what is it that you want to know about the mutagen?
Yes.
Asked Shredder.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Is it true that it can create mutants?
Asked Magneto.
I don't know. Ask your mom.
Answered Shredder.
I've used it many times to create many mutants to destroy those blasted turtles.
And how do you suppose it would affect other mutants?
Asked Magneto.
That I do not yet know.
Answered Shredder.
You're a very different type of mutant than the ones I've created.
Sorry. I see.
Said Magneto.
I think I will pay Stockman a visit once again. He might know something.
Before you go,
It's tough to like put ellipses in that voice, right? Like, before you go, said Shredder just before Magneto could leave the room.
may I borrow a couple of your mutants? I have some business I'd like them to take care of.
Oh God!
Prostitutes, you know. Oh, I mean, done. Yeah, go ahead. I don't care.
Say, I'm prostitutes over in Germany, so.
Replied Magneto, leaving the room.
Anything goes in Germany.
Scene cut. Scene cut.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I haven't gotten anybody. Should I play Donnie?
Yes.
Oh.
Good old Donatello.
Ah, that's who Donnie is. Got it.
Yeah, Donatello. My God, you guys are fake fans.
Fake nerds, all of us. Except for Molly.
So you say that mutants from your dimensions aren't created by a mutagen, but you're born with it?
Asked a turtle. Oh, no, I guess that works with a question mark. Asked a turtle wearing a purple mask.
Or maybe it's Maybelline. It's one of those two.
Was I Storm?
I
Have a
don't
storm?
remember, but yeah, Kitty, take
Be
Storm.
Okay. I don't know what Storm sounds like.
Just
She's
Halle
Egyptian.
Yeah.
Okay.
and or Halle Berry.
That's
Right.
correct.
Perfect.
Said Storm.
Hallie, you're on the call. I'm such a fan.
And your professor?
Started the turtle. Professor Charles Xavier. Said Cyclops.
Right.
Said the turtle.
So, Donatello,
Started Leo.
do you think you can find him?
Positive. But not through the computer, unfortunately.
Sighed Donatello.
We'll have to find him the old-fashioned way.
Great.
Said Rafe.
It'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not necessarily.
Said Donnie.
I've created these dimensional remote sensors in case a problem such as this were to ever arrive.
Oh, good thinking.
Really well done there.
Donatello passed his brothers and the X-Men some small black remotes with strange red dots on the screen.
Those dots start getting bigger, then we should be getting close to... no, I'm adding to the line. If those dots start getting bigger, then we should be close to him.
Explained Donnie. Yeah, and what if it turns to not... Yeah, and what if it turns to not be Xavier, and it's one of the Brotherhood instead? Asked Cyclops.
Well, we do what we always do. We fight!
Answered Donnie.
I guess it's time we got going.
Said Leo. Right behind you. Agreed Cyclops.
I hear that, said Donnie. Off we go, said Leo.
I got to go.
Lead the way, said Cyclops.
Did they talk about the Brotherhood in the last chapter? Or
Magneto leads the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. I think just,
Okay.
obviously the
You're just
Turtles
supposed to know that if you weren't
Right.
a fake nerd.
I'm just
Right.
wondering
Oh,
why
yeah.
Donnie instantly knew that. Like, the
Well,
Brotherhood?
he
Yeah, we
did
kicked their
build those
ass.
goddamn things assuming that mutants were made differently, so
Yeah.
he's on top of shit.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. That's all the chapters of this story that currently exist.
Oh no.
This was like a
when's the
newer
next
one, so
Everyone
it might
go like
get
and follow
published.
and like it.
Yeah, we
Again.
gotta
Yeah,
really
yeah.
encourage more.
Like it twice.
What's it called?
TMNT versus X-Men.
All right.
That's a straightforward title.
It really is.
Yeah.
By Morgan64.
Okay.
Man.
My cousin
64th
stole
Morgan.
my Morgan 64.
What?
I said my cousin stole my Morgan 64 and took all my games for it too.
Wait, what are you doing?
Okay. So we also started this Sherlock Matrix crossover called The Danger of Deduction.
How many chapters?
Matrix
This one has
crossover.
21 chapters, so we're in good hands here.
You don't remember that?
I remember a Sherlock one, but I don't remember it being a crossover with the Matrix.
Well, it
Yeah,
is.
it's
Well,
yet to
there-
deal with the Matrix.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten to that
Exactly,
point
that's-
yet.
But this is the one where he's cooked him 3 meals in the past
Yes,
week or whatever.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, and
You're
Gilbert
so-
Gottfried is Sherlock.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Do we have to stick with that? Do I have
Yup.
to do okay? All right.
Well,
Gilbert Gottfried.
You say it like it's a chore.
Watson.
It's a chore on my larynx.
yeah. I mean, that might not be healthy.
Rating to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll,
We could
we'll
tag team Gilbert Gottfried. Okay, let me put my rats away. And if you need
Okay.
me to, I can Gilbert Gottfried.
The danger
Come on, you little buttholes.
of deduction.
Don't talk to us like that.
Chapter 2. 30 minutes later, John and Sherlock were heading to the Ministry of Defense. During the drive, Dr. Watson told Sherlock what the news said about the attack. And it wasn't much. They didn't even say the number of assailants. They only named the deceased and showed some comments of the people who saw how the helicopter had crashed. It seemed there wasn't an official version of the facts yet.
Well, what did the eyewitnesses of the helicopter? It was up there, and then it went down. Like, what?
No.
What
They were
did
like,
say?
oh man, it went into the side of the building, and there was this cool like ripple effect out before the glass
Yeah.
shattered.
yeah.
And there was this chick bouncing from wall to wall of the
Exactly.
buildings. Yeah.
And she was like head to toe,
Nifty.
skin tight leather. It was fucking awesome, dude. But yeah, a lot of people died. Good Ben.
Not to interrupt further, but I just wanted to point out Sam's comment, bad larynx.
Oh, that's cute.
Is that cute?
Yeah.
That's cute.
The car Mycroft had sent them stopped one street away from the place. The driver got off the car and opened the door for them.
I'm sorry, he's on top of the vehicle?
Yeah, that's how they drive in this universe. It's small detail, but necessary. When they got off the car, they saw that the whole block had been closed. There were 2 fire trucks and at least 5 police cars. Before getting in, Sherlock beckoned John to follow him. Because John was just off doing something else, apparently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They surrounded the building. Sherlock had his brow slightly furrowed. On the right side of the building, he pointed John all the broken glass and the numerous cartridge cases that covered the sidewalk. Sherlock took one of them, watching it carefully, and then he put it into his pocket. They arrived to the building.
Evidence, sir, you can't take that, sir.
He does that all the time in the show.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Mr. Holmes. They arrived to the building's front again, and Sherlock bent over a small stain on the stairs and silently pointed it out to John. This reads like John is a Labrador retriever.
Yeah.
They continued their way to the main entrance, where Lestrade was waiting for them. He looked nervous.
Am I doing Sherlock?
No, I can do it.
I wasn't expecting you here, Lestrade.
Greeted Sherlock coldly.
We have a Lestrade.
I don't even remember who Lestrade is.
He's
the vampire.
He's the inspector
That's
from
right,
the vampire.
Scotland Yard.
Yeah.
You fucking hoser. My God.
He's the vampire who he's turned into a vampire by Louis.
Shut up. Someone ban
he
Michael.
turns-
I'm going to
turns
server
Louis
mute
into-
Michael. Server
vampire.
mute. Server mute. There. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, Molly has strong feelings, so maybe you should take Lestrade.
All right.
Remember, it's Tom Cruise.
It's literally not. I hate you so much right now.
But a young Tom Cruise. Playing an old character.
Oh, I'm gonna
Keep that in mind.
He's not blonde, is he? I'll die.
Apparently, my team just drew our chief superintendent's attention from many solved cases.
He told them with a look of amusement on his eyes.
How do you get that?
It's contacts. He has contacts.
Yeah.
So this baby's
Smiley face
mine.
Contact.
He finished with a worried tone on his voice.
So many things on him.
Yeah, everything's on something. You get off the cars.
Remember,
you put
this
things
one
on
is translated from another language.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense then. Prepositions are tough.
Yeah.
Who is John?
Who was John? Drew? Would be Watson?
Sure. Congratulations.
Said John, raising an eyebrow. Lestrade half smiled. Without another word, he turned and the 3 of them entered to what used to be the lobby. John couldn't help but to remember the assault in Afghanistan as he saw the burned bodies of at least 20 people lying down the ground. An unpleasant smell of burned flesh was all over the place. All walls and columns were covered with holes of all sizes. He had never seen so much destruction inside one building.
Who is this?
Sherlock.
Probably Sherlock.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, wait, no,
Good
this
comment.
is Lestrade.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right.
Good
Okay.
comment in chat.
Yeah.
There's a good comment.
Prepositions are tough, but propositioning your mom last night was surprisingly easy.
Shut up, Divine.
Security cameras show a woman and a man.
This is Lestrade.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Lestrade?
Yeah.
Everyone drink. Drink your drink.
But
Security cameras show a woman and a man entering the lobby, and just how they start shooting all the security guards.
Sherlock's down
It's
at
joke. It's
Sherlock
totally
started-
fucking joke.
Sherlock started rounding the room, carefully observing the walls. Then he started walking through the bodies. As the inspector gave them the details.
This is the. They're inspecting the final. What in that gun battle at the very
Yeah.
end? Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Okay.
When
They called.
Morphe.
They called for backup.
Lestrade paused, watching the dead bodies covering the floor.
Like they're currently.
And then the bodies hit the floor. It was really wild.
Spreading out.
Then they went to the elevator. Last thing we see is how the bomb explodes from within. We think they went up the elevator's hatch and cut off the cables because somehow they got into the building's. They got to the building's roof as the elevator crashed down, making the bomb exploded.
Well put.
Yeah.
Are there any other elevators in the building?
Asked Sherlock.
Yes, the service elevators,
He answered.
but they're not safe to use yet. We still don't know the damage the bomb made on the building. We'll have to take the stairs.
And those are safe?
Ironized John.
That's the best new word I've heard.
Josh.
We'll go on the elevators.
Said Sherlock pointedly.
The building is not stable.
The inspector remarked.
Of course it is.
Said Sherlock, watching the room.
Main support structures weren't damaged.
Lestrade seemed uncertain.
Are you sure?
He didn't like the idea of climbing up all those stairs again, either. Sherlock looked back at him impatiently.
Wait, is this...
I think this is
or is this
Lestrade.
John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
He accepted leading them to the service elevators. And then it's still Lestrade. It's just always Lestrade here.
Yeah.
Lestrade, shut up! On the roof, they stole the helicopter.
It's like Sherlock's mostly just looking at things, and John's just waiting for a chance to ironize again.
Yeah.
Lestrade was saying as they came out the elevator.
Overflew the right side of the building and shot at one of the offices on this floor.
He led them to another destroyed room where there were 3 other bodies, some tables and chairs dumped on the floor. Sherlock paced the room, observing the bodies and the things on the floor. Then he got to the window, turning his back and watching the room from that point.
Let's go to the roof.
He said. Yeah, once they're there, he's going to be like, let's build a ladder to heaven. He just keeps wanting to go up. He's like, this is boring. Let's just go up further. On the roof, there was a forensics group of specialists who were checking 10 more bodies there. John couldn't believe only 2 people had caused all that disaster. At one sign of Lestrade, they stopped their work and watched all Sherlock's moves.
I gotta say, these
check
word
out my
choices are
moves.
really kind of cleverly creative. They're, forensics.
Dancing like a motherfucker.
Sherlock studied the bodies for a while.
Where did the helicopter crash?
He asked, standing up and heading to the exit door.
6 blocks from here.
answered the inspector as John and him followed Sherlock to the elevators. When they got out of the building, Lestrade led the way to his police car.
I'll get a cab, thank you,
said Sherlock.
Not if you want to arrive before Christmas,
answered Lestrade, opening the back door for them.
I'm walking then,
he replied stubbornly.
6 blocks?
John frowned.
What? How lazy is John? I'm going with Lestrade,
he said, getting into the police car.
Get the fuck out of there, John!
Sherlock ordered him.
that place between the tie hookers is mine!
Start walking, Sherlock, or we'll have to wait ages for you.
Go ahead and keep going. There's no end.
He replied from within the car. Lestrade started the engine. Sherlock clenched his fist in anger, then took a big breath and without any other word got into the car with John, who is me, the one talking. Even then, it took 10 minutes to arrive to the Shad Anderson Bank where the helicopter had crashed. The place was unrecognizable. They had evacuated the building and closed the streets. The front part of the building was totally destroyed with black smoke raising up the sky. The helicopter crashed into the building so they could only see the tail of it from the street. When they arrived to the building's gates, John looked up, that's me, and then I said, any casualties?
He asked.
Me?
Good job. Good job.
Narrating's hard.
13 people were injured. 4 of them were badly wounded.
answered Lestrade.
And 1 dead.
They got into the building and headed to the elevators. Lestrade pushed the 13 button and waited until the doors got closed. The helicopter was totally destroyed.
Oh man, I thought we would be able to fly it out of here.
Sherlock only gave a quick glance at it and walked to the window, where a firefighter was still bombing water to the smoking remains of the floor. John approached slowly and carefully to the helicopter.
He's
How could
bombing
they
water.
possi-
I picture him with like a bucket of water balloons.
Yes, that's. How could they possibly survive to this?
No, you got it.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I know I said it
John!
right.
Sherlock rolled his eyes.
They weren't on the helicopter when it crashed.
He said impatiently, taking his mobile out from his coat. Lestrade looked surprised.
Where were they then?
He asked.
Take a drink.
Sherlock just pointed out to the building across the street and kept typing on his mobile. John and Lestrade got closer to the window. They only saw a cracked window on the 10th floor, just at the middle of the building.
Sherlock?
Start asking Lestrade.
There is no time for questions.
Sherlock interrupted him, keeping his mobile on his coat.
You need to go to that building and ask for the security record of the rooftop or the lobby if they don't have it. You are looking for 3 suspects, not 2. Identify each dead body and verify their backgrounds. There are bodies which shouldn't be there. Send me the security video from the Ministry of Defense.
He was interrupted.
Kristen's throat. Well done. Good job.
He was interrupted by an erotic moan coming from his coat pocket.
Uh-oh.
John rolled his eyes. Lestrade raised his eyebrows.
You haven't changed it yet.
Sherlock got his mobile again and read the message.
We have to go, John!
Wait!
Said Lestrade. Sherlock turned.
What?
He asked impatiently.
My pussy alarm is going off!
Try and put cum word into there somewhere.
What did you mean?
I think it is Sherlock.
Okay.
That shouldn't be there.
He interrupted him.
You'll know when you see it. Come on, John.
We're so glad there's a comma there.
Yeah.
They got off from the elevator and ran to the street where Mycroft's car was waiting for them.
Are we going with your brother?
Asked John, frowning.
I need answers, and his office is not far from here.
He answered.
That's the end of the chapter.
That's the end. All right, I'm about to blow this story up. Are you ready?
Okay.
He's the world's greatest detective. How come he doesn't know he's in the Matrix?
Oh no!
Figure
Well,
that
that's-
out, bitch.
Yeah.
Gonna be the thing, right?
Sherlock.
He's gonna
I'm
deduce.
sure that he's going to figure it
Yeah.
out. He's on the case. Excuse me.
No, he's on meth.
Probably
I
that
thought meth
too.
would really get you in the mindset.
I thought it was
to be
just
like,
cocaine.
What if all this is all
He's on
real?
something. It's been a while.
Would you be able to jump up and turn the heater off? Thank you.
Would you be able to jump up, jump around, jump up around, jump up and get down?
Sherlock's
Yeah.
move.
Well, we're only halfway through the night, and we've already read one chapter each of our
Crushing
stories.
it.
Yeah, we're kind of like.
Quickies.
I'm surprised. We're impressive.
Should we go dumpster diving, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Galaxy Warriors.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I've heard I heard rumors that we have a special surprise for that too.
A special fan art.
Tris has completely
surprise?
forgot. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. You're like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Let me just get the link over here to get the text in. We are on chapter 11. Okay, that is correct. This chapter is titled Zor. Not to be confused with Yor, Hunter of the Future. Zor.
Right.
Okay, and now, who feels confident in summarizing the story thus far while I find this piece of fan art?
Okay, so Human Sonic and friends they were students in an academy, and they flew into a nebula and they became animal people. Unclear what type of animal, but they also got superpowers. And they've been going around fighting the Mighty Six. No, what are their names?
Deadly Six.
Deadly Six. They've been fighting the Deadly Six.
I thought it was the Deadly Big Boy 6.
Yeah, something like that. There have been some political conversations about sexism and ageism, and so that's been good. And lots of fat shaming in one chapter, which wasn't great. But, you know, as they fight each boss, we in turn have to confront within ourselves some inner turmoil
It's
of our
some
own.
real Oompa Loompa shit going on. Okay, what should I call this?
phrase
Wolf?
I've ever heard. There's some real shit.
I'm gonna title this Galaxy Warriors _ Wolf Trample .jpg.
So yeah, in the last chapter, I wonder if I could find it real fast. I know I sent since Misha wasn't here. I know I sent her the quote that this is based on. But oh god. Here we go. Here we
Sent
go.
me a lot of messages. Okay.
Here we go. I'm just going to read these like 5 paragraphs real fast. Run, Sonic! Amy screamed and made a force field around us. Oh, I have an idea. That's Sonic speaking. I rolled the force field with us in it. What are you doing? Amy said while keeping the force field going. Watch Ames! I ran to make us roll over the ice wolves. Whoa, whoa! Amy tried to keep balance as I ran.
And
So there you
almost
go.
There.
Oh no.
Here is the art. Okay, there it is. I'll try to make that a little bit bigger. Yeah, made good use of the of like, cloning the wolves. Very economical.
Why did the wolves have so many nipples? Why were the nipples
They're
necessary,
ice
Michael?
nipples. Ice.
Right, they're
nipples.
ice wolves. They're ice.
Oh, they're just very cold, so they're Oh, I get it.
Close enough. Close enough.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Yep.
There you go.
There it is.
Oh, I missed
Oh,
it.
Here. There it is.
Oh, beautiful.
That one's going on the fridge for sure.
Absolutely.
Horrifying as always, Michael. I love it. Thank you.
Thanks. All right. 11, 25, 20. 24 reviews, 12 faves, 11 follows.
Right,
Zora is
slow
just-
down. I can't do that math.
Well, very dull. Like, I can't describe him as... Oh, do we have a Zora picture?
I just put
You've
it
been
up.
putting the...
Ooh.
Oh, did you? Okay, let me
That's
go over
my
here. and see.
favorite.
This guy, you can't think of a way to describe him?
So emo.
Right, yeah.
He's even got
it-
a rose.
Yeah.
I like him.
It looks like, I don't know, like somebody crossed like a young Johnny Depp with that guy from M, you know? Yeah, whatever.
You got to read this paragraph. This is a great.
Okay. Like, I can't describe him as something that's depressing or lack of enthusiasm. But liking something that's the opposite of happy is something that none of us like.
Whoa, wow.
We don't like that, do we, gang? No.
Now,
The opposite of happy.
smiling doesn't hurt, but everyone has to smile, and if you don't smile for the rest of your life... If you don't smile for the rest of your life, your face will have a lack of facial expressions.
Can that be a quote?
We gotta move these muscles on our faces by smiling.
And don't eat so much, fatty.
I don't make the rules, okay? And have a very
Yes, I'm already on it. I'm on it.
and have a very safe Thanksgiving tomorrow, guys. Well, in America, actually.
Everyone else, fuck you. I hope your Thanksgiving sucks.
And then it switches to Sonic's point.
Yes, of course.
I'm Sonic. You're too slow. The next Zeddy we are going after is Zor, and I sure know that this is going to be a hell. This is going to be hell because Zor is a weirdo, dull Zeddy that doesn't like happiness but likes dullness, depression, and anything the opposite of happy. This dude is a very messed up Zeddy for whoever raised him like this. Right now,
That's always their fault.
yeah. You're so messed up for whoever raised you like this.
You know.
I can't figure out where the cause is in that
Yeah,
blame.
exactly.
Yeah, right?
It's like an Ouroboros or whatever.
right now, he's on a planet called Nightmare Terror.
So dull.
Boring.
Wake me up later when it's over.
The planet is said to be filled with very monstrous aliens that can frighten children and even adults.
Boring. So last year.
My dad never told me this planet because he knew it's too scary to talk about it because I was a child.
I'm not telling you this planet, boy.
Hey, this should be Molly, but Molly walked away, and I
Uh-oh.
haven't seen her come back.
Well,
Should I-
you are the understudy
Shadow?
for Shadow.
All right. I don't like this at all. This planet is filled with very scary aliens, like werewolf aliens, screeching bats, and mostly ghost aliens to possess a human host.
Is this where Rouge is from? Is she one of the screeching bats
Yes.
he's referring to?
If you squint,
Maybe.
you'll see her.
Shadow said.
And I bet it doesn't scare Zor that easily. Him with a lack of enthusiasm, I don't think he can be that frightened because it makes him feel happy when something is about to get him, like zombies, for example.
That is called a fetish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silver said, driving the ship to the planet. Whatever happens,
Sorry. Advance.
whatever happens, stay brave. I said.
Man, Zor is really not going to be easy because of his mouthful of negative and depression tone of voice.
Obviously.
Shadow said.
Good story.
Perhaps he doesn't like anything so
Well,
cheerful and hyperactive, I suppose.
I feel like Zor is stepping on Silver's whole thing.
Right.
He's kind of miserable and aloof. That's why Silver, I think, it's got to get mad. Like,
I think
my
And
area.
Shadow a little bit, because Shadow is all emo, Silver's all
Yeah.
normcore,
Yeah.
so,
So
like,
somewhere between them.
yeah.
normcore.
Yeah.
That's like an opposition of that's a god damn it. What's it called? An omnicron? No.
Oxymoron.
There we go.
What did you call me?
Okay, Molly's back. I can put Shadow away.
Okay.
Silver said, heading to the planet. Along with all of us in the ship that he's driving to the planet.
I read his file. He controls darkness. Umbrakinesis.
Amy said,
What does that really do in real life?
Silver asked.
Well, it brings coldness.
Amy
Doesn't it bring
shrugs.
darkness?
It's like
just
5 degrees cooler. Shade.
Makes
Umbrella
everyone around have to
kinesis.
put on a sweater.
Exactly. Umbrella kinesis.
Damn it. Well, let's hope we can give him a weakness like our positive and selfless personality. I don't know.
That'll show him.
I said.
Enjoy our weakness.
Sonic is one of those people who wears a lot of flair on his shirt, isn't he?
Yeah.
Not only that, he can use the darkness to create bats and clones of himself.
Amy added.
Boring.
So, I guess turning on the lights would be easy to beat him.
Them.
Okay. So I guess turning on the lights would be easy to beat them. I said as we entered the planet's atmosphere. Upon landing, it was at nighttime, and distant howling is heard around.
What is with this author's obsession with wolves? Is every alien going to be lupine in some way?
God, let's hope so.
Okay, great, good. Let's get some ice nipples for you to draw.
Some darkness nipples, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Shadow ice nipples.
The shadow nipple. Yep, this definitely is like a nightmare realm or something, but we cannot let fear stop us. Look, there's Phineas and the Fireside Girls.
Don't let fear trick your mind.
Fear is the mind.
Mind tricker.
Chris Angel. The mind tricker.
Mind trick.
Oh, you tricked my mind.
Shadow said, getting out of the ship. Okay, but here it won't be easy to find him, I said as we walked.
He's probably talking to that annoying flower in his hand for who knows how long.
Annoying flower. Don't get me started. He's got like no
No
traits, and then he talks
No
to
idea
that
what he's
annoying
talking
flower.
about. Like, I pretends it's a microphone. Pretends he's Hello Kitty doing a concert. I don't know. I'm just making shit up here.
Hello?
I better hope it's just a withered one, I said to him for some reason. We suddenly got startled by an alien werewolf creature, but Shadow, who was not scared, he growled angrily at the wolf creature and it ran off.
I tried hard to keep my interest, but it was really difficult.
Yeah, take a hike, you bitch.
Shadow said, Boy, you sure can put scary creatures into submission.
Hell yeah.
I was surprised.
I make them submissive and breedable. Because I have the deadly scowling eyes like this.
Shadow demonstrates his scary glare.
Wow, 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 wow.
Okay, you can stop your mighty stare. I went behind Amy.
Very nicely enunciated.
Amy said, All right, sorry. I got away from Amy.
And the smell I left on her.
You don't like being scared of my glare?
Shadow chuckled at my terrified state. Not one bit. I tried to remain calm.
Clam. Just kidding.
Get used to it, because I can scare anyone easily.
Boom. Gotcha.
Fucking got him.
Shadow chuckled darkly and walks in this creepy forest.
Here he goes.
Spitfire says Shadow pulls out a riding crop.
Yep.
Put on this gimp mask, Shadow, or Sonic.
There were alien ravens crawling in the trees.
Cawing.
Oh, see that would
It would have been cooler if they were
have been
crawling.
cooler if they were.
Yeah, it
crawling.
would have been better.
There were alien ravens cawing in the trees and spiders around as well. Man, I really
Not
don't
alien
like.
spiders.
Yeah, no, they're just regular spiders.
Just regular.
But
yeah.
I think the ravens are cawing in the trees and in the spiders. So
Yeah.
so that's
I
unusual.
see.
Man, I really don't like this scary planet. It's
like
like
he's such a
filled
pussy.
with monstrous predators ready to eat humans for lunch.
Oh my god. It's like nightmares coming to life from our scary imaginations.
Silver shuddered.
You guys still use your imagination? I don't use mine. It's too scary.
Don't let them sense your fears.
Shadow said, being very fearless like a real man he is.
Like a real man he is.
Deep down, you do have fear, Shadow. Fear of loss.
That's gonna be a psychological issue, Shadow.
Yeah.
Lie down on the couch.
Amy said,
What does that mean?
Yes, but I intend not to show my fear.
You see, as the 2016 movie M. Night Shyamalan's After Earth taught us,
Oh yeah.
danger is real, but fear is a choice.
It also taught us to thank dead giant birds.
Yes. If you ever saved from freezing to death by a bird and it's dead in the morning, don't leave without saying, "Hey, thanks."
Except say it like more awkwardly, like, hey,
Thanks. Anyway, Shadow said his ears perked when he was about to get attacked by a bat, but he flipped in the air and kicked it away.
this has the canter,
Cadence?
The cadence, yes. The cadence of like a little kid describing,
Yeah.
no, I did this.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. And then this happened, and then this, and then, but he didn't because that was, and then there's.
Watch
and
out!
There were more bats coming. We all huddle Amy as she did her force field on us and herself. I huddle you.
Is this Amy?
Spitfire says Shadow's terrified of overly emotional webcomics.
Lost.
Yeah. It's Zor. He's near. I noticed the bats had only one eye each.
Oh no!
How can you
Wait, bats
tell?
are blind. Who cares? How many eyes
know.
they have? None of them work.
Amy strained while keeping the force field on. Those bats appears to be made of shadows.
Oh shit.
I noticed.
Wait, like shadows? Like,
Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog.
yeah.
Well, get them off my force field, please! I can't hold it much longer!
Amy strained and unable to give more strength to her force field, which made her stop projecting the shield, and we all fought against the bats.
Oh, that's probably bad.
Get away, you spooky-eyed creeps!
That's
Whoa.
not nice.
Yeah, we can't say that anymore.
Silver screamed at the bats. There were too many of them, and Silver did something unexpectedly. A psychic blast right at the swarm of shadowy bats. It surprised him for a few seconds until he learned a new type of psychic power.
He's got the pop-up that said, "You have learned Psychic Blast."
Cool. I could use this.
He got
Like I just did.
Exactly.
You might have noticed that.
Nice.
He got an excited grin and fires more psychic blasts at the bats until no more was in sight. Quoth the Raven. We all thought... And I guess that's Nevermore. I'm sorry, guys. I tried
Fake fan. Get out of here.
You got too literary. We're not a
Yeah.
reading.
We read fan fiction, Tristan.
You aim too high.
All right.
You guys know how to read?
And then Makoto Nayagi and so, yeah.
Love that joke.
We all thought it was over, but my ears twitched at the feeling of someone coming. Shut up. Shut up.
It's not
No one laughed.
funny.
No one laughed.
It's not funny.
Okay.
Oh, who's? Am I Zor?
Yeah,
I like
take
taking
it
fill of the
away.
week.
You gotta be.
Oh, you enjoy that too much, huh?
Said a depressing voice.
Zor, come out, you depressing lunatic!
I'm being
You
attacked
sad
today.
sack madman!
You clinically depressed son of a bitch.
Silver looked around to whoever that Zeddy is hiding. No. Okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
Don't add
Shut
typos. There's enough.
Silver looked around to wherever that Zeddy is hiding.
He looked, wherever. He looked, whatever.
We got startled when a Zeddy jumped down near us. God damn it. Where the hell did he come from? But in my perspective, Zor doesn't look threatening nor have the intentions to fight physically.
Thank you.
God damn it.
Sheesh. Someone has spent way too much time being dull.
Who's talking?
Man.
Mic drop.
Fucking nerd.
Silver said, a little startled.
Why bother? I despise happiness.
Zor looks up at us. For a dull Zeddy, you sure haven't exercised your face expressions or how to smile. I criticized him.
You gotta make sure you exercise your face expression so you don't get a facial fat.
Smiling really hurts. How can anyone smile when you all can feel negative and dull like I am?
Zor talking like a very dull person with no expression. This guy is really messed up.
That's bad.
Shadow.
Well, enough talk. Let's fight.
Shadow grabs a tree to swing at Zor, but missed.
Why fight when it seems pointless?
Zor still being negative again.
That old Zor.
Then you're not so mighty as you think.
Shadow said.
I shall teach you negativity. Personality switch.
Zor created several darkness clones of himself, powering up purple energy blasts.
He's already doing a bad job. He should say, I won't teach you positivity.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Amy,
this is me.
yeah.
Happiness and love are stronger against fear and darkness, you creep!
Amy yelled and lifts a tree with her mighty strength to whack those shadow clones away.
When you wake up in a bad mood, you just gotta whack those shadow clones away. You know?
Yeah.
But make sure to change the sheets afterwards.
With some tree, if you know what I mean. I ran at the clones, punching them rapidly one by one, trying to get the real Zor. Whoa, that's new to what I did. My speed and reflexes are like a speeding bullet. How is that new?
That's not.
I thought
That's
you knew this.
literally, yeah.
That's your whole thing.
This is like a true ass kicking than an average fighter.
What? Quote, please? What?
Almost like you have superpowers or something.
Yeah. Like you're fast and stuff.
Figuring out how to read this.
True ass kicking.
What if I quoted
How
this? It
you-
would have to be like the whole paragraph, wouldn't it? Or it
That's
wouldn't make any
Sonic's
sense.
line, Drew.
Oh, that's Sonic. Okay.
Clink.
How you like that? I taunted Zor.
That was lame. You remind me of someone who looks a bit like you, like a loser.
Burn.
What a legend! There's no coming back from that.
You look like you, but if you were a loser.
Zor said with a little threat.
Just a little bit. Just a little thing.
Honey, just a hint.
Sonic is giving him a lot of credit here for making a better insult.
Insult?
Yeah. That would be my father.
My father was a loser.
Like me, but a loser? My dad. Hey.
Yeah, he made Sonic call his dad a loser. I mean, that is a real. I mean, that's pretty good. It's a good
I
tactic.
glared at him.
Well, too bad you're gonna join him dead all alone.
You can't.
But you're gonna join him.
Join him. Yeah.
Zor said and fired some purple energy blasts at me. I dodged them with my speed. Not if you can catch me, emo. Only if you can catch me.
Goddamn
You
dude.
can't catch me.
Actually, Sonic, okay.
Fuck it.
I was hoping you say that, although hope is very contradictory to my personality.
Yes, you're getting it, Drew.
Zor hopped on a scary-looking owl that appeared out of nowhere.
Oh Okay, that's my drawing challenge for this week. A scary-looking owl.
I picture like from the way this is written, I picture it like having a couple of like facial piercings, you know, and
Lots of eyeliner.
like a tattoo of a God, like not a full-on metal band, like maybe like 3 Days Grace or something. You know?
Yeah.
Breaking Benjamin tattoo.
He's got a tattoo that says MCR rules.
There you go.
Oh boy! I ran super fast in the spooky forest while he's riding on that giant owl flying after me. I dodged from tree to tree, but that giant owl would often dive down trying to catch me, but I'm way too fast and fast enough to dodge the hits and impacts. But he can't touch me because I have electricity around me, so it won't be easy for that bird to catch me.
Well, then why even dodge?
Like a predator catching its prey.
And also, that chair is base, and you can touch it with your feet, and I win.
Yeah.
And the floor is
The floor
made of
is lava.
pineapple.
Lava.
No, it's pineapples.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Michael was very still for a bit there. I was trying to see if he was frozen, but he's fine.
He's just serene. Leave him
He's just
alone.
imagining someone walking a plank. He's just having a day.
He's like in his element right now.
I'm just trying to channel Silver.
Careful, Emo. I'm electrifying and you'll get paralyzed. I taunted Zor as I ran in the open water. There's water.
Wait,
now.
if you're electric and you're on the water, that seems...
He's just killing a lot of
Kids
fish.
don't try that at home.
Yeah.
Boogie, boogie.
Getting tortured and hurt doesn't matter to me. That's just been every day of my life since birth. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Snaps.
Zor said, still chasing me with his giant owl. I came on land and ran up to the mountains.
That's not funny.
I need something to I need something to get it stop chasing me. Perhaps I should trick him to think I give up, but I hope this works.
I wonder what the rest of them are doing meanwhile.
Yeah.
Like, are they just like having a barbecue or something?
They probably came on
Really
land.
far away. Yeah, they're coming on land.
Okay, I surrender. I got down pretending to be defeated. He's about to go, Your Majesty.
Oh.
His flying giant owl, he made it hover to stay afloat to the top of the mountain I'm standing on.
You know, owls just hover.
I like how he got to the top of the mountain before getting down to pretend he's gave up, you know?
Yeah.
Good. Now submit to the Deadly Six and we'll spare your life.
Zor said, offering a hand.
Guys, I think this is the first time this author has used a comma at the end of a quotation in a sentence.
Oh.
I think so.
Do we have
Round of
a
applause.
sound effect for that?
This sentence guest edited by Scooby A21.
Okay.
And there's no smut in it.
Damn it, Scooby, you got us again!
Zor said, offering a hand. Yeah. Or maybe not. I grabbed his hand and zapped his body.
I'm trying to be depressed and screaming. It's
yeah.
Someone
Fred,
stepped on Zor's
there.
cat's tail.
It was like a cat who had just walked into a room but had his tail stepped on.
Someone opened the door that is Zor.
Yeah.
Zordo.
Zor screamed in a bloody shriek, and it also made his giant bird get electrocuted too from touching.
Can I do this?
Yeah. Go ahead. Okay.
Very good. Very.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Much higher quality than we're used to here.
Yeah.
I can communicate with birds, and I do know bird law if you need any assistance. Thank you.
But they're not real.
Shh.
Okay.
I'm making so much money, Drew. Shut up.
Have you ever assisted Captain America in his crime fighting ability? The Falcon. Okay.
Oh boy, didn't.
The giant owl screeched from being electrocuted. How does pain feel like?
Best snack line ever. How does pain feel like?
How does pain feel like? I shouted as I then dashed them. Obviously,
That's pretty good right there. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Obviously, it looked like he was slightly smiling, then cringing in pain. What a messed up guy he is to feel torture and misery that makes him happy.
Again,
He came on land, if you know what I mean.
again, that's a fetish.
Yeah.
Submissive and breedable.
Zor and his owl fell down the mountain and into the lake. It took 45 minutes.
Oh, we need that. We need that one sound effect right there. You know, the falling sound effect of like from Mario.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the best one.
Yeah. Maybe this will work. Kind of.
My helicopter cat is purring.
Yeah.
Even if torture and misery satisfy him, but I can't let him die like that. I sped down the mountains in a few seconds and dove into the water to save him from drowning. I found him slowly going down, but the owl is nowhere in sight underwater. I swam down and grabbed his arm and pulled him up to the surface, to the shore, where my team awaits. This is where we need the...
Oh, right. Yeah.
I put Zor down and moved away so he can breathe.
That's all you have
Good
to
job,
do.
son.
That's what
Good
CPR
job.
is. You just put him down, give him space.
Move away.
Right. I assume the owl wasn't there because, like, he's a fucking owl, right? Like,
Well,
he could fly away.
it's a shadow owl that he made.
The owl's dead.
True enough.
It's dead.
Yeah.
It's a roasted
Sonic
owl,
murdered
if
it.
you know what I mean.
It's dead as shit. Dude.
Good job, Sonic.
Silver said, well, I had to shock some sense into him. I said,
I'm just laughing at the horrible joke.
Yeah. Do it.
Is he alive?
Amy asked in concern by noticing Zor unconscious. Just by noticing.
I shrugged. Who cares?
Let's just kick him until he wakes up. Yes, let's get him to the academy. I nodded. Shadow opened up a portal to the academy to throw him to Robotnik's laboratory.
I feel bad for him. It's like he's born like this.
Amy said as the portal closed. Yeah, but now we got to face Zavok. I said.
I hope for the rest of this.
So
I
what
hope
have
for the
we
rest-
learned?
I hope for the rest of the story. What the hell was his name? Zor? That Zor just like never gets up or starts breathing again, but they keep just pretending that he's okay because they don't want to admit that Sonic straight up killed a guy.
They murdered him.
What have we learned so far from the story? Like,
Well,
First of all,
depressed
fuck
people-
owls. Fuck owls.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, depressed people are boring. Fat shaming.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, yeah, just don't be yourself. You gotta, match Sonic's standards.
And if a girl ever
Sometimes-
tries to seduce you, you gotta like run away,
Right.
covering your ears, screaming la 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 la.
Yeah.
I was gonna, sometimes a girl can surprise you though and be stronger than you. It's rare,
Right.
but
And
it
it's
might
okay
happen.
to beat them up in that case.
And they are naked when they go invisible, so just remember that.
Okay, let's go dumpster diving.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
oh, and
Yeah.
we forgot come on land.
Right.
Obviously. How can we forget?
That's
Come
like
on,
the
land.
main thing.
Yeah, that's number one.
Yeah, that's the point of the story.
Come
Okay.
on. Da, 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 da.
Set it to English. JouKai Week 2022, a series of short pieces written for said week on Tumblr. Shipping Joey Kaiba. I think that's it. Yeah.
I
Do we
thought
wanna
that was
read some
puppy shipping.
puppy shipping? Yeah, back in my day, we called that puppy shipping. Yeah, let's dive into this. Let me copy the
Seems like
link
a
into the
one-off,
chat.
right?
Yeah.
3 minutes ago. Wow.
This is just in.
Just in the dumpster?
Just tossed in there. And right. Send anyway. And here we go. Okay. Let me get Zor out of there.
Bye, Zor.
Get out of here. Okay.
Be gone, thought.
Guys, I don't want to go.
Get out of here, you dull thought.
So y'all gonna do something later without me?
Fuck off and die.
And exercising your face expressions.
It hurts to smile.
Why don't you go tell your owl about it? Oh, wait, you can't.
It's a shadow owl, and it only has one eye, and like I don't know how to get it back.
All right, Michael, are you gonna narrate this?
Okay. I thought this was a skit now.
We were goofing.
Oh no, the skit is over.
Kaiba Seto.
Seto Kaiba.
Seto Kaiba.
Kaiba Seto knew he couldn't pester Jounuichi Katsuya.
Jounuichi, yeah.
Jounuichi Katsuya. He would probably become frustrated and blew the entire thing in another direction.
I'll say.
What?
Yeah.
So he settled for seething, storming beside him as they walked out of the restaurant. I assume this was the restaurant run by Pipo Specchi and his brothers.
Yes!
The street was giving
get a
way to
waffle cone?
small shop. The street was giving way to small shops, and Kaiba wasn't sure if they'd make it past without addressing said tension. And it was Jounuichi who noticed and asked him what exactly had gotten into him.
Okay, I'm going to request that Misha take Seto Kaiba. 'Cause
Okay.
it basically the voice that you do for Shadow is pretty much
Right. He's got kind of this, deep voice. Okay. What am I to you, Jounuichi?
Kaiba finally burst out.
You just vaguely gestured at me when the waitress asked.
His face showed no sign of the seething anger he was feeling, but he had stopped in the middle of the shopping area. Jounuichi turned to the tall brunette and looked guiltily in his direction. It had been awkward, and Jounuichi wasn't sure himself how to respond, but he knew he couldn't avoid the subject.
I didn't know how you felt about it.
Jounuichi shrugged. Kaiba was starting to question the point in asking.
What do I mean to you?
He asked again, his swaying insecurity about where he stood with the blonde beginning to show.
Yes, this is a true fanfic.
Jounuichi stopped fidgeting then and gazed at Kaiba.
We're friends, Kaiba. But whether we're more than that is something we need to talk about. But because I didn't realize you wanted something more too.
He finally...
Does that character, is that someone else? Like, is that...
That's Joey
who is
in
it?
the American
Okay.
version.
Joey.
Okay, I missed
That's
that.
the
All right.
Americanized version of his
Right.
name. Yeah.
I
It's actually
recognize the
pronounced-
voice.
Yeah.
I know that because that's the Joey voice that Tristan does. I was like, oh, this is Joey. I mean, all I know is Kaiba and Joey's voice. That's it.
Quick correction, though. It is pronounced Jounouchie. So go ahead.
Jounouchie.
Jounouchie. Please continue.
Jounouchie.
He finally replied, continuing to look straight at the brunette before looking away.
Well, I thought we were heading in the same direction, Jonoichi.
Kaiba explained.
Jounouchie, sorry.
Kaiba explained.
We are. Just look at us
Jown out.
walking here.
Jounouchi called out. They were passing by a cafe then, and I'm gonna go back. Jonuichi gestured for them to head in. The two sat opposite one another. The tone
Weren't they
much
just
tenser
in a
than
restaurant?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're hungry.
Okay.
Well, no, you can go to a cafe.
Yeah.
Other things than.
Right. But the tone much tenser than it had been at dinner. They're just gonna keep going to progressively less food oriented restaurants, like next like a big pretzel place, and then after that maybe like a cupcake place, and then finally
And finally they're gonna end up at my takoyaki stand.
The tone much tenser than it had been at dinner. Defenses up. Then Kaiba reached over the table and placed his hand on top of Jonoichi's. Jonoichi tensed, then softened at the touch.
Is that Joey now?
This is Kaiba, I believe.
Okay. I know I haven't always been the best at trusting, let alone saying how I feel, but I want you to know how much you've come to mean to me,
He said. The words would have been a shock to anyone who'd seen the two butting heads during their younger days, but Kaiba Seto had to grow up. He had to befriend himself again in order... What? He had to befriend himself again in order to be the best brother he could be. And that meant making friends. And few had wanted to be friends more than Yugi and Jonoichi. And that's exactly what he'd done. And now he and Jonoichi had found themselves here, alone at a restaurant with a waitress asking what they were to one another.
Wait, Jesus, waitress.
Your fucking business.
And Kaiba Seto realized it was so like Jonoichi to not be sure and say just that. So he continued,
I like you, Jonoichi, and I want to see where this goes.
He gestured between them.
As bullheaded as you are, I want to spend more time with you.
He said.
Believe me, no one is more surprised than I am.
He huffed.
Rude.
Then his hand returned to Jonoichi's for a moment.
If you feel the same way, I need to know if we're going to keep seeing each other like this.
And Jonoichi,
in restaurants.
the waitress is there like, so...
You care
And
what?
And Jonoichi took his hand before he could pull back. They were surprisingly physical tonight. The fear of losing one another palpable.
Okay.
Do we know what Jonoichi?
Before he could pull back, they were surprisingly physical tonight.
Jounouchie.
I wanted to say I like the name Jounouchi. I like to pretend that Kaiba calls him Ouchie as a pet name.
Aw, that is kind of cute.
It gets
welcome.
confusing in bed, but
Oh, ouchie. Am I doing
Ouchie,
something
ouchie.
wrong?
yeah,
on my
etc. I want to be near you.
This is why harder is a terrible safe word.
I want to be near you, Kaiba.
Jonoichi started.
I don't know what it is about you. You're sexy as hell, and you care a lot more than I thought you did.
He said, squeezing his hand now before letting it go. He continued,
The way you've grown up and taken care of Mokuba. I get it. You're tough. But I'm glad you said something tonight.
That's what I remember as Mokuba. There we go.
Yeah.
Jonoichi smiled, looking up.
You're a better partner than I thought.
He finished. So he's talking about being a partner at riding motorcycles and fighting duels, right?
A duel
This is
partner.
not the motorcycles.
It's all
Haven't been
motorcycles.
They
invented
don't
yet.
ride motorcycles.
Yeah,
all
that's the other
motorcycles.
series.
Every,
These are not motorcycle feelings. These are card game feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Shadow Realm feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And Millennium
you-
Boob feelings. Okay, sorry.
Are you trying to say you want to try and be a couple?
Kaiba asked. He took Jonoichi's hand again, steadier now.
Maybe just never let go of the hand. You can't seem to decide. Just keep the hand. As long as you're the Kaiba Seto who says what's on his mind.
Jonoichi said.
That they're pronounced like they're saying the whole fucking name. I really hate that.
And at that, Kaiba smiled, realizing Jonoichi wasn't going to let him become complacent.
Then you should know I want you to stay as outspoken as you are, too.
He said.
And order some coffee, because I want to know what you're doing tomorrow.
Yeah,
coffee will
please.
tell
I've been
me."
standing here forever.
It's gonna
Seriously.
read the
The coffee leaves.
dregs. Yeah.
Jonoichi let go of his hand then and pulled out his wallet, smiling knowingly at his arrogance.
As long as yours is on me. Because we may not be here very long, if you know what I'd like to do with you tomorrow.
Wink.
Winka.
He said, winking, taking Seto's hand again and leaning in to kiss him. Author's notes. I wrote this while multitasking, but I thought I'd share anyway. I hope you enjoy. Can be applied to the JouKai Week 2022 prompt from Tumblr, Sway Steady.
Woo! All right.
Okay.
Tumblr.
I thought
turning
that
out
said it
good
was
stuff.
going to be 3 stories, but
Isn't
Okay.
Tumblr
Is there- are
worth
there
like
other chapters?
$3? Like they,
Yeah, because there's no porn on it anymore.
yeah, they
But
got rid
can
of the
still
porn.
They can still do fan fiction, so it's all good.
I think
Okay.
I literally read somewhere that Tumblr's net worth is like $6 million, which is hilarious.
yeah. All right, here's another short one called Sparks.
You know, I'm just curious. Takoyaki came up. Didn't that author have like 50 other DDR fanfics? We need to dive into that some more, I think.
Yeah.
Did we start another one, or did we just talk about starting another one?
I don't think we
I
actually
feel like we did. But I can't
there was
remember
an-
any.
No, there was a new chapter to Takoyaki Rocky a while back. I don't know if we like.
I think we
start a new one.
polished it off, didn't we?
Yeah,
Thought we
we
finished
did.
it.
We did.
We're
finish
definitely
it.
caught up, but we
Okay.
okay. Dark Chrysan 366.
Their stories are rather long, though.
I mean, we've only got 5 minutes left.
I mean, I'm not saying we should start it now. I'm just saying, aren't there
They-
more that we could
They
do, like
They
next
have
time?
Tons. They have plenty. A lot of them are Tekken.
We should get into their. How do you say that name? That word.
Ooh.
Oov?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Is that the right? Is that you gotta? I don't know that.
Ooh.
Not
You just
Uber or Oov.
you gotta put the ouvre in there at the end, but it's very like it's
very
just
subtle.
barely
French.
aspirated. Yeah. Ouvre.
Twerk It Like Christmas, a dance special. Can we read that one?
Yeah.
How many words?
Only 21,499.
Let me just
All
favorite
right,
it.
Damn,
we got
okay,
about
that's some-
5 minutes.
There's some
I wish
detailed
we had-
twerking it like Christmas in there.
Okay.
Disclaimer, I don't own the dance song Twerk It Like Miley. Oh, damn it, he closed the window while I was reading it.
Miley Cyrus.
I'll never know.
Okay, one last short one.
What if it was Miley Cyclops?
Sparks in the Void. Dragon Ball Z fan fiction. Let me read the foreword by the author of this humble book.
Go for it.
Foreword by the author of this humble book. Although the harvest yields naught but mud, and though the rivers and wells run dry, and though men paint their borders with blood, and though women leave their babes to die,
What?
I weep not because there is no bread. I weep not because there is no water. I weep not for those bounds of red. I weep not for my lifeless daughter. For all these things are fortune's mystery. I weep because there is no history.
What was I saying?
I just
My
wanted
daughter
to know
died.
how
I
to
don't care.
get to the gas station.
There is no history on Sedala. There are no tomes of ancient knowledge, no accounts of the present ways of living. Only lies and legends shared around campfires and meals. Eras and ages are drifting boats on time's currents, anchored solely to the names of petty tyrants and their fractured rules. In the tales of old, there are no heroes, no fresh-faced young boys, no wise old women, no jesters, no courtiers, no princes. The halls of fame are for the butchers, the destroyers, and the massacrists, the vilest and cruelest creatures imaginable.
Sir, this is Wendy. I mean, what is this again?
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Other than these prized harbingers of moral disease, there are no gods on Sedala. No manuscripts of divine revelation, no priests, no saviors. No prayers uttered, no forgiveness sought. Worship is an impossible task in a world as arrogant, as spiteful, as doomed as this. There are no shrines, no altars, but there is sacrifice, indeed.
Oh, fine. You know what? Why don't you just tell us what there is? It might seem like
Yeah.
This works really well as like the intro to a Warhammer 40k novel, I gotta admit.
That's just what I was thinking it was.
Like,
Spitfire
there
says
need to
there's
be...
no actual narrative.
There's no narrative on Sedala.
Spitfire also says, this is something Michael wrote, isn't it?
I'm enjoying it,
Love
that's
words.
for sure. It needs more adjectives, and here we go.
Yeah.
Diligent, pious, endless sacrifice. Descendants climb atop mountains of their ancestors' corpses, committed to fight and die at their peaks. Men of ideas, let alone those of virtue, are an extinct species on Sedala. No, not extinct. They have never once existed. Of this fact, I am sure. The seas and scorching meteors have blessed this planet with an eternal age of unreason. It is, to me, a kind of bliss that each and every one of these beasts shall never know the depravity of their flickering lives before they are snuffed out forever. But for all my blustering, I cannot bring myself to lay blame at their feet. How can I? These are creatures of instinct, no better than base animals. To say that they ought to act in a different manner implies that they even could. For truly, without reason, there is no choice. Without choice, there is no virtue. Without virtue, there is no justice. And without justice, there can be no due punishment. Not once in the history of our Saiyan race has a person been held accountable for their crimes.
It's Saiyan race.
I can't tell if you're fucking with me or not.
I'm not.
is-
It's,
it actually
it's
is.
It's
Saiyan.
saying.
Crime does not exist. How can it? There are no laws, no judges, no juries, only thousands of clueless executioners. And I, good God forgive me, I have been one of them. So, good reader, whosoever you may be, take heed. There is a God, there is virtue, and there is reason yet. I have seen visions of things beyond belief, poured from beyond our dancing skies into the caverns of my lowly skull. Hundreds of flashes of worlds like ours, and many more unlike it. Voices divine and mortal, warm and cold, understanding and commanding. Languages I can barely decipher, their melodies equal parts noise and music, their messages equal parts diamond and dirt. And buried deep in all of this, I have seen, felt, and heard glimpses of our world itself, the faces of kings long since dead, the depths of canyons long since filled, the howls of my own sons, dying as young men who I had not seen since birth. Oh, to set this knowledge down to parchment! Forgive me, dear reader, if I stumble. I know not where to start.
Clearly.
Yeah. You know where to preface, sir.
But hark! If this planet has no history, I will, with my own hands, my quill, my charcoal ink, and with these sparks careening from the void, create it.
Okay, we're waiting.
I'm gonna.
Is that the
This
entire
is a humble
story?
book?
That was the first chapter. This is just in, so
Oh, I see.
you have to
Ooh.
follow it.
Cut to
for,
Dragon Ball Z opening credit music. I don't know what the hell it sounds like.
That's exactly it. All right, cool. You know, every once in a while, we like to do something that's just for Michael's reel here on Fanfiction
Yeah,
Theater.
that was clean. Everybody was quiet.
Yeah.
We got a nice chunk
Kind
of
of
audio
soothing,
there.
actually.
Yeah.
took
I
a
know
nap.
not where to start, and god damn it, what's wrong with that?
All right, thank you for joining us on Fanfiction Theater. Quote of the week. It had been about a month since Yusei Fudo stepped into Aki's life so deep that it might as well had been in the Earth's core.
We've gotten that one like 4 times.
So many times.
I know. That RNG is broken. Okay, now, Molly, you had mentioned you might be streaming afterward.
I am not streaming.
Okay. In that case, we will raid Ruby, who's playing The Sims 4. And we'll see you next week. And also, we're doing a...
Yeah, Weird Friends is coming
Weird
back
Friends.
this Saturday. Baby, get excited.
Oh, exciting.
Yes.
Yay.
I'm going to use that weird little hamster we got that repeats everything you say.
Right.
So I'm not going to be able to stop laughing.
Oh, that-
It gives me all the serotonin. It's going to be great.
All right. It all going according to plan, everybody. Good night.
I love you. Bye.